President Kiir tells diplomats that his government is committed to protect civilians. Hundreds of protesters in Warab call for peace in the country. And finally, Kenyan government donates food to survivors of Sunday coup attempt in Juba. Good evening, welcome to SSTV News. I'm Kiren with the news in detail. President General Salva Kiir issued decrees appointing additional members of Crisis Management Committee and reinstating a reserve SPLS officer into active service. Rejoice Teo Samson has the details.
104 for the year 2013 for the reinstatement of SPLA Major General into active service 2013 AD. Title and commencement. This decree shall be cited as the Republican Decree number 104 for the year 2013 for the reinstatement of SPLA Major General into active service 2013 AD and shall come into force on the date of its signature by the President of the Republic. The decree. It reads, in exercise of the powers conferred upon me under Article 153(2) of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 AD, read together with Section 13B of the Sudan People's Liberation Army Act 2009, I, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, Commander-in-Chief of the SPLA, do hereby issue this Republican Decree for the reinstatement of Major General Peter Panyang Daniel into SPLA active service. Issued under my hand and seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 21st day of the month of December in the year 2013. Signed, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, President, Commander-in-Chief of the SPLA, Republic of South Sudan, Juba. Republican Order number 23 for the year 2013 for the inclusion of additional members to the Crisis Management Committee 2013 AD. Title and commencement. This order shall be cited as the Republican Order number 23 for the year 2013 for the inclusion of additional members to the Crisis Management Committee 2013 AD and shall come into force on the date of its signature by the President of the Republic. The order. It reads, in exercise of the powers conferred upon me under Article 101J of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 AD, I, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, do hereby issue this Republican Order for the inclusion of additional members to the Crisis Management Committee as follows. Honorable James Kokrai, Member. Honorable Machok Majong Jong, Member. And Honorable Akol Paul Kordit, Member. Issued under my hand and seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 21st day of the month of December in the year 2013 AD. Signed, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, President, Republic of South Sudan, Juba.
President Salva Kiir held a series of meetings with the ambassadors of China and South Africa to South Sudan respectively. Shortly after the meeting, the Chinese ambassador Ma Qiang said they are concerned over the escalating fighting in some parts of the country. He called on the government and the mutineers to stop the violence and find amicable solution to the crisis through peaceful dialogue following the failed coup attempt. He also appealed to the government of South Sudan to protect Chinese nationals and other foreign nationals in the country. Meanwhile, South African Ambassador Gabriel Familo said his country is ready to contribute in the peace process between the government and the mutineers. He said South Africa have similar historical background.
Brief on what has been happening, and also to carry the message to my president, His Excellency President Jacob Gedleyihlekisa Zuma, as to see also how South Africa could assist the people of South Sudan. We are very confident what the President explained to us, that it needs serious consideration from my President to consider to help the people of South Sudan. The relations between the people of South Sudan and South Africa cannot be eroded by any other thing but to be in solidarity. Because of our history between the two movements, the African National Congress and the Sudan People's Liberation Movement, We are both liberation movements which we need to coordinate and support each other, especially during these times.
The Chinese government expresses deep concern about the conflicts that happen in South Sudan and caused many people died. Of course, China is South Sudan's friend country. We hope that all parties can solve the dispute together through the peaceful way and restore the peace and the stability in this country. Also, we hope that the South Sudanese government can take effective measures to protect the Chinese people and enterprises in South Sudan, and all the foreigners from the international community and the foreign countries, the people here, to provide the protection for them.
As donations continue to reach the injured during the coup attempt in Juba, many were treated at Juba Teaching Hospital. The National Ministry of Electricity, Dams and Irrigation has pledged to maintain constant electricity supply in the hospital. James Arusi reports.
Minister for Electricity, Dams and Irrigation, Nunu Kumba, has pledged to keep the hospital constantly supplied with water and electricity through this hard time. Minister Nunu Kumba, who delivered food items from her ministry to the hospital, says the supply of electricity will start today and her ministry will start with the water supply as soon as possible.
That we have now started operating our big generator, giving the hospital, this teaching hospital and other surrounding hospital, the complex, Al-Sabah and the Osratna hospital, we give them the priority for this power. So the generator started operating today because it's only today that we receive fuel. And we are planning to sustain this supply of power to this hospital and the surrounding areas, and also to ensure that there is power to the water station in order to supply water to the hospital and also beyond the hospital.
And from Central Equatoria, a donation of food items from the State Assembly has also been delivered to the Juba Teaching Hospital by the delegation led by the chairperson in the Committee of Peace and Risk Management, Honorable Elizabeth Enosa. Honorable Elizabeth calls on the citizens to support one another to overcome challenges the country may face as in an attempted coup that occurred early this week.
في 2 يوم الفات وكمان المجروحين اللي حصل في الولايه هنا في جرحى كان كثير، فنحن كمان دايرين نشكر المستشفى برئاسه عند السكرتري عشان هم فعلا بذلوا مجهود جهد عظيم. هم جاء زي الدكاتره من كل الجهات في جوبا هنا وهم جاي تو في المستشفى هنا عشان يساعدوا الشعب المسكين التعبان المجروح من المراره بتاع الاشتباك اللي حصل في يومين ده.
I'm James Arusatanga.
A one-week workshop for telecommunications staff members ended in Juba. In a closing remark, the Undersecretary of Telecommunication and Postal Services, Juma Stephen, described the workshop as beneficiary to the staff of the ministry and will also improve the performances.
The training of our staff in the Ministry of Telecommunication and Postal Services for spectrum management. The training started from the 9th of this month and it ended today. and the participants are really happy with the training because it will give them now an opportunity to work for the spectrum in the country. And this spectrum is one of the softwares from the International Telecommunication Union, and they can now coordinate the frequencies with our neighbors, and they can create also database for the Republic of South Sudan so that they can manage the spectrum. This training actually is the beginning, and we're going to conduct more training in the coming days or weeks so that we equip our team with the latest in the field of spectrum management.
South Sudan has received emergency aid from the government of Kenya to support the survivors of the failed coup attempt in Juba. The donation were mainly assorted food stuff delivered by the Kenyan Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Amina Mohamed, aboard Kenya Air Force plane and was received by the Minister of Gender and Humanitarian Affairs, Awudenga Chwil, at Juba International Airport. The minister said Kenya is more concerned about the suffering inflicted to the innocent people by the mutineers. Meanwhile, South Sudan Women Group also showed their sympathy to the casualties at the military hospital by donating mattresses and bedsheets. Awudenga Chwil applauded the women group for their patriotic spirit in giving a helping hand. The governor of Western Bargazal State, Rizk Zakaria, briefed the organized forces and the local population on the recent failed coup attempt by allies to the former Vice President Dr. Riek Machar Teng. He urged the forces to refrain from any differences and maintain peace and stability. The governor said the security of this country is the responsibility of everyone. Henry Jada reports.
The governor of Western Bargazal State, Rizk Zakaria Hassan, briefed organized forces and locals on the December failed coup attempt by the former Vice President Dr. Riek Machar Teng. He urged forces to refrain from any differences and maintain peace and stability. The governor said the security of this country is the responsibility of every citizen.
لكن عايزين كل واحد يوعي بدوره وتساهم بين تخلق استقرار في داخل البلد ده. التجربه بتاعت السنه اللي فاتت شهر الظهر بتاع السنه اللي فاتت كان بتاعنا فوق. شهر الظهر بتاع السنه ده ما بتاعنا ولا لكم ايران. خليكم في التحمل فيه ده. بشرط انه احنا كلنا نحافظ على دورنا ونكون سند قوي لاستقرار جمهوريه جنوب السودان. نحن جينا عشان ما نسمع منكم كثير لانه شغل الامن ده شغل متبادل. انتوا غاده ميدانيين هنا بنسمع منكم الكثير. لكن اللي علينا انه احنا بنحاول نرفع من مستوى بتاع التحوط الامني في داخل الولايه.
Governor Rizk also briefed leaders of political parties and civil societies on the failed coup attempt in Juba that led to loss of lives.
احنا ما عندنا مشكله ما يزور لو كان شكليته شنو؟ لانه الشكليه دي من العلاقات بتكون مربوطه بمصالح خاصه، مصالح ذاتيه. دي بتكون العناصر اللي بيشوفوا هم مصالحهم تضرر من الوجود بتاع الحكومه الحاليه. لكن احنا بنقول لا، الحكومه الحاليه ان كان على المستوى القومي او على مستوى الولايات هي جت عبر الدستور. عشان كده المعامله مع الشكليه مع الحكومات دي المفروض تكون عبر الدستور. الناس تمهد للمرحله الجايه. ده الشيء الاول. الشيء الثاني انه احنا مكلفين بانه نفرض استقرار وسلام في داخل بلاد الرفاقات.
He said the motive of the mutineers was to overthrow the legitimate government to destabilize the hard-won country. He urged the state residents to promote peace and stability in the state. And residents of Western Bargazal State, a procession to show their solidarity and support to the President of the Republic of South Sudan, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, and condemning the recent failed coup attempt by the former Vice President Dr. Riek Machar Teng. Addressing the gathering, The State Deputy Governor and Minister of Local Government, Zakaria Joseph Garang, appreciated the support of the citizens to their legitimate government under President of the Republic, General Salva Kiir Mayardit. He said people worldwide are not in support of coup other than maintaining democracy. The Deputy Governor said security in the whole state was stable.
انتوا بتطلعوا الليله في هذه المسيره استنكارا لهذا العمليه الشنيعه. ده ما يؤكد وعي، ما يؤكد نماء، وما يؤكد تطور الفكره بتاع الشعب بتاع ولايه غرب بحر غزال، والناس من ولايات ثانيه قاعدين هنا في واو هم ناس فكرهم عالي ومتطورين جدا، لذلك خرجوا في هذه المسيره لانهم ارادوا ان يحموا مصالحهم.
While the acting speaker in the State Legislative Assembly, Paulino Akanyi, outlined achievements in the state.
جنوب الوطن خرجت من الحرب قبل فتره بسيطه، وانا متحدث كل ما ورجعنا، وفعلا الانجازات التي تم انجازها في وقت واحد. سيد رئيس بكير رئيس جنوب السودان ملموس وظاهر كل انسان بيشعر بيه.
He urged state residents to cooperate with the soldiers and the organized forces in order to crush the mountaineers from their devil intention. Reporting for SSTV News in Juba, I am Henry Jada John.
As the saying goes, one nation, one people, many states in South Sudan are now demonstrating towards a peaceful means of settling political disputes rather than the use of violence following the crisis that began in Juba last Sunday, described as an attempted coup by President Kiir.
As the saying goes, by one nation, one people, many states in South Sudan are now demonstrating towards the peaceful means of settling political dispute other than the use of ammunition following the failed coup attempt in Juba last Sunday. The citizens of Warab State demonstrated on the streets and at Freedom Square in Kwajok, pointing their angers to the mutineers, urging them to come to a common understanding for peace to prevail in the young nation. The public rally, which drew a huge number of citizens, also included the executive and the legislature of the state government, condemning the recent crisis, which was described as a failed coup attempt by the President of the Republic, General Salva Kiir Mayardit. Addressing the rally, the Deputy Governor of Warab State, Akech Tong Alui, commended that what happened in Juba and some parts of South Sudan is condemned by the citizens of Warab State, adding to that the citizens of South Sudan have been in war for 21 years, which bring peace and stability, and that the country is never ready to go back to war again.
لكن في 91 لما كنا في غابة رياض عمل نفسه مشكلة لأنه كان داير يكون رئيس بدل الدكتور جون جرنجي مبيور the founder of the SPLM. لكن جاء فشل لما فشل وكان جيرة دم الجلابة بقى enemy بتاعنا وقتل ناس، قتل أبناء من بور، قتل أبناء من إسرائيل، قتل أبناء من بحر الغزال، وكلهم ولايات بتاع جنوب السودان كل ناس ما تفيدوا، وده كان كومربيات عمل كلام ده. عشان طلع بتاع سلطة، عشان هو داير يكون مسؤول بقوة. الليلة ده وحاول تاني عشان يعمل انقلاب لكومر سلفا، رئيس بتاع حركة شعبية، رئيس المناضل الذي حرر كل أبناء الجنوب عشان يكونوا فريين. سلفا كير رئيس بتاعنا. 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 بدون حركة شعبية حرية ده كان جنوبيين كان ما لقوا. ناس بتاعنا كان تعبانين. لكن كومر سلفا مع قوات بتاع حركة شعبية قدر يحاول زي ما هو قال لنا في خطاب بتاع الفترة بتاعت SPLM conference Olubari إنه I'm not ready to let down my people. نفس الشيء كمان بالنسبة لنا أننا جاهزين عشان نجيب ورا قمر السلفة عشان جنوب ده يقدر يلقى حرية بتوقع كل حاولوا بتاع الانقلاب الأمر الأرجل في جوبا عشان يقدر يعرفوا إنه كلام ده ما عنده مستقبل بالنسبة لنا.
The Speaker of Warab State Legislative Assembly reminded the people not to engage into what the history has done to our nation. Dr. Riek Machar made the same coup attempt in 1991 during the period of the struggle when SPLM and SPLA are fighting for the rights and freedom of the marginalized people of South Sudan.
وللعالم كله بيانو الحسن في جوبا علينا الناس بتاع وراب معه واقفين معه. دارين وري برضو للعالم بيانو شعب السودان شعب جنوب السودان شعب خالص طلع قريب من الشكل وقدر عشان ينال استقلال بتوع يوم 9/7/2011.
Reporting for SSTV News, this is Lagos Steven.
Hundreds of peaceful protesters in the Lake State capital, Rumbek, called for unity between the Nuer and the Dinka ethnic groups of South Sudan. The rallying youth called for quick intervention by the relevant authorities to stop bloodshed in the country. Addressing the gathering at Rumbek Freedom Square, the caretaker governor Matur Shud urges the residents to shun ethnicity and instead embrace one another as people of one nation. He accused the former Vice President Dr. Riek Machar of planning a coup to destabilize the country.
احنا بنفتتح من الكتاب المقدس وقابل ايوب ده عندي المهم كمان بلوم تيجي بلوم زمان ده كله انتو كان بتعرف رياض الشغل كان بيعملوا ده كان تنظيم استعداد لو حاجه ودار وما لقوه لازم يستخدم سلاح يشيل الدولة جنوب السودان ده بقوة عشان كده يوم ده انتوا شفتوه كان بيلف في جنوب السودان هنا ليل ونهار ده كان تابع عشان
لأن حاجة الأصل في مستوى جنوب السودان ما كويس لنا ما مرتاحين فيه ناد نحن كلنا يا الأب واحد والأم واحد والمشاكل اللي بحصل الناس شاكلوا زي الشيطان جابوا ده كلام ما كويس. فمشاكل السياسة مشاكل السياسية ده ما مشاكل بكوس ناس كلهم ده كان مشاكل السياسيين هم برام
لجماهير ولاية البحيرات. فإحنا كولاية البحيرات حكومة وشعبا جاهزين، وأنا بأكد الكلام ده، إحنا كحكومة وشعب ولاية البحيرات جاهزين للدفاع عن الوطن. الوطن ده احنا بذلنا فيه جهد جهيد كولاية البحيرات وكجنوب السودان، وسيد حاكم ولاية البحيرات قدم تنوير مهم جدا.
My personality also, I look to it that to come to power, there is already laid down democratic process in which we are all waiting in 2015. So the other political parties
chiefs and elders from various communities in the country are to sensitize their respective communities on the importance of love, peace, unity among the South Sudanese. Lagu Stephen reports.
The Deputy Governor of Central Equatoria State, Manas Lomole Waya, met with the representatives of chiefs of the 10 states in Juba. He encouraged chiefs to live among their respective inhabitants, stand ethnicity, and act as a symbol of unity, calling on them to remain calm. Lomole calls on those residents who were displaced during the Sunday's failed coup attempt to return to their respective homes as the situation has returned to normal.
The violence and what has led to loss of lives in Juba and other places in our country.
The chairperson of the Council of Chiefs, Chief Deng Machom, reaffirmed the allegiance of local leaders to stand with the current government under the leadership of President General Salva Kiir Mayardit.
Al-Hassi haykun يوري نحن كسلاطين نحن ما كان مرتاح أبدا في شنو اللي حصل في جوبا. نحن كنا فاكرين إنه الناس بتاعنا كان بيتكلم كلام أصلا أجل كلام تاع بلد، أجل كلام تاع تنمية، وأجل كلام تاع روح منوية على الناس دائما جاي كل امتماع دائما تاع SPLM دائما بالنجاح.
He said chiefs are for unity of the people of this country regardless of their tribe and political color. One people, one nation. While Central Equatoria government has delivered food items and drugs to Juba Teaching Hospital, Military Hospital, Saba Children Hospital, as well as to the displaced at Kator Paris in Juba to support those wounded during the failed coup attempt. Items were delivered by the Committee for Coup Attempt Vulnerables, led by the Minister of Investment and Commerce, Joseph Kulang.
كان قاموا بواجب وطني وهم قدموا الكثير يعني ممكن الناس ما شاهدوا لكن بالمشاكل اللي حصل كثير هم كان يعني في محلات بتاعتهم بتاع شغل وكان بيأدوا واجب بتاعتهم الوطني. برضو مشينا مستشفى بتاع الصباح ولقينا الناس كله جاهزين في محلات بتاعتهم بتاع شغل وكان بيقدموا العمل العادي والتقرير بتاعهم كان برضو كويس. في ناس شردوا في المستشفى لكن في النهاية المرضى جزء منهم رجعوا لأنه هم كان يعرفوا بأنه بقى حالة بقى كويس. القيادة العسكرية نحن مشينا في مستشفى العسكري وفعلا لقينا كان حالة مش كويس وهم الآن لسه عندهم جرحى موجودين في مستشفى والحصل كان بقى فيه نقص في مواد الغذاء والأدوية وأظن ده كان الحاجات نحن عملنا لهم أسسمنت والحمد لله في سوليداريتي مع ولاية والقوات الشعب بتاعتنا المسلحة نحن قدرنا نقدم كمية من أدوية.
The director in the military hospital called on the people of goodwill to extend a helping hand to the vulnerable.
This one is a bit unique and the response is more of human and humanity care. We think it is important for whoever is able to respond so that we carry the services in the hospital where we can save the lives of the injured, both civilians and soldiers. We had a similar situation and we appreciate the way the government of Central Equatoria responds to our situation. And we hope everybody will have the will and responsibility to respond and take this kind of gesture that we are having now. The medicine we have here will help us a lot in treating the wounded.
The Minister of Gender and Social Development, Mary Apai Aiga, said her ministry will do every possible effort to support the patients in the hospital.
فأنا كأم الأم دائما ما بتكون مرتاحة لما الجنب بتاعه يتعوق وما بكون مرتاح فقلبها بيكون فوق عشان كده قلبي بقى فوق وأنا بقيت عضو من الوفد الجبهة الجاي. أنا قلت نجي نشوف بعيني زي مشيت في مستشفى جوبا ومشيت في مستشفى صباح وأنا جيت هنا ولسه نحن ماشيين مع الرئيس بتاعنا بتاع اللجنة.
Reporting for SSTV News, this is Lagos Steven.
The administration of Juba Teaching Hospital hails the role played by the Episcopal Church of Sudan and South Sudan in supporting the patients in the hospital who became victims to the Sunday's failed coup attempt.
Sudan and South Sudan has donated medical assortment to Juba Teaching Hospital. Speaking to SSTV, Reverend Joseph Al-Haji Yohanna said the donation will facilitate work of doctors in the hospital. He commended the role of churches in supporting the hospital.
Our Archbishop, who was supposed to be here in person, to give this delivery to the hospital. We are a church, but also we want to share with the people in Southern Sudan, and especially with the Ministry of Health, that we are part and parcel of them in times of need as such. Episcopal Church of Sudan decided to give this delivery to the hospital after hearing and seeing the plight of the people of Southern Sudan who have been affected by the incident that took place in Juba.
While the Deputy Director, Dr. Shankel Young, expressed gratitude to the demonstration of the Episcopal Church of Sudan and South Sudan for the donation.
يساندوا ويساعدوا الجرحى سواء كانوا مواطنين أو سواء كان من القوات النظامية الأخرى لأنه دي دور كامل. والليلة ده أنا بشكر الكنيسة الأسقفية في جنوب السودان والسودان منمثلة في برنامج التنموية والروحية بالدعم بتاعهم الوفير وهم جابوه الليلة وخاصة معدات طبية ومعدات طبية على حسب علمي إنه دي معدات طبية عالية الجودة.
He urged other institutions to render similar support to the hospital. Diakwipol Machwe, SSTV News.
SPLM women leaders at the SPLM General Secretariat called on the President and Chairman of the SPLM, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, to restore peace and calm in the country. This was echoed in a news conference held in Juba. Henry Jeddah reports.
SPLM women leaders at the SPLM General Secretariat called on the President and the Chairman of the SPLM General Salva Kiir Mayardit to restore peace and calm in the country. This was echoed in a news conference held at the SPLM Secretariat in Juba. Representative of SPLM women leaders Ann Lino appealed to the Mountaineers and Rebel David Yao Yao to immediately declare and the SPLM leadership to initiate a peaceful dialogue with all the groups who have taken arms against the government to end bloodshed in the country.
The SPLM women leaders gathered